Welcome back. Now, a key component of the National Skills Competition Swakopmund 2025 is the Technical and Vocational Skills Exhibition, a platform for registered and credible local training institutions to share information about courses they offer at their institutions. Now, all training institutions at the National Skills Competition Swakopmund 2025 are registered by the NTA and meet the NTA's quality assurance requirements. We're now speaking to Tobias Nambala, who is the General Manager for Regulations of at the Namibia Training Authority. And Mr. Nambala basically oversees the implementation of a special set of regulations developed to protect Namibians against so many perhaps training institutions that are fleecing off monies of unsuspected, pardon me, trainees who actually end up with qualifications that are not recognized. Mr. Nambala, very good morning to you, and thank you so much for making time to talk to us.
Good morning, ma'am, and thank you very much.
All
Great to be
right.
here.
Talk to us about the importance of regulating technical and vocational training institutions in Namibia.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, TVET is TVET is very expensive, but TVET is also very special. It's a very special training, and it's important that we regulate the TVET sector in various ways. So what we do is that we ensure that all the training providers that are entering the TVET space are being regulated. So we have various regulations that bring forth that kind of regulation. And we have a regulation responsible for the registration of training providers. And we also then developed a regulation that looks at the assessment and certification of trainers. And then we are currently developing a regulation for the work integrated learning. So meaning that when a training provider comes to or want to offer a TVET, that provider needs to then be registered, meaning that it should meet various sets of conditions and requirements and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's very, very critical that they are registered so that we have a coordinated way of providing training. We have a coordinated way of ensuring quality. And with quality, we would then see to it that the output is definitely of that quality as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the requirements for companies or perhaps institutions to be registered?
Um, the training providers, first and foremost, should not be operating from a briefcase. Um, we would expect that the provider is set up with a locality where it operates. It should meet all the other laws. For example, the municipality where it operates from. If it's operating from a village, there should be some sort of a letter of support from the authority where they operate from. They should comply with the NAMRA requirements to make sure that their tax is up to date and stuff like that. They should comply with social security. They should comply with safety, health. They should have a safety certification on board. That is really to ensure that when trainees are at the training provider, they are not at risk, number one. Number two, with regard to tax and all these other things, it's to ensure that when you are a training provider and you are registered to offer a certain program, let's say metal welding and metal fabrication level 5, then you should then also have trainers that are qualified for that program, and you should also show that you can actually afford to pay their salaries. You can sustain the institution, and that is very critical.
Does NTA perhaps render any support during the process? Does the NTA render any support during the process?
Oh yes, oh yes. So what we do is that when a training provider would like to be registered, we work through the application pack with them. So we have a support desk at the office. So we encourage them to come to the NTA. We sit there with them. We fill this form with them. We explain every part of it so that they understand clearly what they need to do. and then we also inform them what they need to do if they need to go and get other documentations elsewhere. So
Yeah.
we do support them as such.
Yeah. What are some of the main challenges that institutions or training institutions face when applying for what do you call this? When they're applying for to register?
The, the challenges that they have is, I wouldn't really say they are major challenges, but they would always cite issues of having safety certification, having the NAMRA certification and stuff like that. But I think it really is not a challenge per se. It's a matter of saying when they want to register for, like, if we have council that sits in the next 2 weeks and they just realize they want to have the registered and they would like their file presented at council, then that's then the time when they are running around collecting all the information. So what we say is that if you would like to be registered, so just get all your documentation in order and timely, and I think that other government agencies are ready to support them as well and give them whatever they need, and then we move in that order.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you say you're satisfied with the access that TVET has generated through those training institutions by the Namibia Training Authority?
Oh yes, we have recorded quite a highest number of participation. We have registered to date over 77 training providers, and we still have 4 more that are looking for registration, which is actually a good number, looking at our population as well.
Yeah.
But the number of compliance is really improving. And with that, we also then are successful in ensuring that the career program that we are deploying out there is actually also successful.
Yeah.
So kids are passing, trainees are passing, and that for us is very good. We are engaging the stakeholder to ensure that we are reviewing our curriculum. And in reviewing the curriculum, we are ensuring that our programs are aligned to industry needs.
Yeah.
Right now, what is priority is to look into developing programs in emerging skills, oil and gas, and green hydrogen. And that train have really started moving, and the conversation is going very well. And we are actually prepared to set shop from the first quarter of or rather from February next year, we should be able to start already offering training in oil and gas and green hydrogen, because we have a Ketmans VTC that is actually slated as the center of oil and gas in the country.
All right.
Yes.
It's day 3 of the 4th National Skills Competition, which is also the second last day before the competitors wrap up what they have to do, the projects that they are currently working on right now. What is your message to them this morning?
My message to the
Competitors.
Oh yes, the competitors. I wish them luck. I'm really hoping that they work very hard. This is closer to the counting times, so they should just up their game. They should just know that the fellow competitors is also just competing against them. So they shouldn't be worried. They shouldn't be looking at the neighbor to say that maybe he's better than I am. But I'm really hoping that we get only winners. But what they should understand that they are already winners for being here.
All right.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Nambala, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right.